Texas Tech Athletics has their man after several weeks of searching for their next head coach for Red Raider basketball. Coming up, we'll have all the details on the university's newest hire.
Red Raiders softball and baseball return home this weekend, determined to get back in the win column in front of the home crowd. We'll have a look at the highlights and final scores from both teams' latest conference matchups.
And Easter is just around the corner, with many Lubbock residents already getting in on the holiday fun. We'll show you how one local event invited out some furry friends to get in the holiday spirit a little early.
This is the MCTV Weekday Update.
Welcome to the Monday edition of the MCTV Weekday Update. I'm Natalie DuPre.
And I'm Makayla McDonnell. Less than a month ago, a job search started after former head coach Mark Adams stepped down from his role with Red Raider basketball.
And right before the weekend, Texas Tech Athletics made a big announcement as the 19th leader of the men's basketball program was revealed through social media. On Friday, Grant McCaslin officially took over as the head of Red Raider basketball. McCaslin joined athletic director Kirby Hoke on a private plane from Las Vegas to Lubbock International Airport to begin his tenure at Texas Tech. McCaslin previously coached at North Texas. On Thursday night, the Mean Green won the Men's National Invitational Tournament. Prior to Friday afternoon, McCaslin had spent 6 years at UNT as head men's basketball coach. Before heading into Denton, McCaslin also served as a head coach at Arkansas State, Midwestern State, and Midland College. He also acted as an assistant coach at Baylor and Northeastern Junior College. But most notably, McCaslin started his career in coaching as Director of Operations right here at Texas Tech under former head coach James Dickey. As head coach, McCaslin has a 211-89 record, including a 31-7 finish with North Texas last week. In his time at UNT, he coached the Mean Green to 3 straight Conference USA titles. He led the team to their first NCAA tournament win in 2021, and he was named Conference USA Coach of the Year in 2020. Previously in his career, McCaslin also led Midland College to a NJCAA National Championship in 2007. Along with Friday's announcement, Texas Tech Athletics also invited the entire university community to the United Supermarkets Arena later today for a formal introduction of new head coach Grant McCaslin. The welcome ceremony will start at 4 p.m. and it's free and open to the public.
In other news, students in one of the university's largest colleges received an unexpected email on Friday afternoon that is raising questions about the security of student data. At approximately 3 p.m. on Friday, students in the College of Engineering received an email with an Excel spreadsheet attached to the message. The spreadsheet contained personal information pertaining to thousands of undergraduates enrolled in the college. The information included R numbers, email and home addresses, graduation dates, current GPAs, and more. The information was sent from a staff member to an email address used to distribute information to students in the college. The following day, the College of Engineering released a statement to address the incident. Texas Tech University was made aware that the undergraduate student data was inadvertently released by email to students in the College of Engineering. The data was limited to undergraduate students in the college and did not include social security numbers or HIPAA protection information. The email was recalled and students were asked to delete the message. The statement goes on to say that the incident is under review and the university is exploring potential actions due to the release of the information. Although the spreadsheet may not have contained any federal protected information, historically student R numbers have been used as an anonymous form of identification on campus. R numbers are also used to access certain resources here at the university, and Friday's email could potentially lead to the abuse of that information.
This past Saturday, the Lubbock area experienced a day of beautiful spring conditions, giving local residents the perfect excuse to head outside and support local business. Every weekend, the Wolford Farmers Market hosts more than 100 local vendors just west of the city limits. The market opens every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and features fresh meats, produce, eggs, and flowers, along with baked goods, locally roasted coffee, handcrafted gifts, and much more. Vendors set up weekly in a large outdoor area, either inside permanent rustic barns or under tents, selling locally grown and produced items to thousands of area shoppers.
I started coming out here 3 years ago during COVID. I got furloughed from my job, and I didn't know that it would take off so well. I started with my cheese rolls, and then recently I've added the traditional Czech kolaches, and I just do too well not to come. I'm here every week.
The Wolforth Farmers Market is open year-round regardless of the weather. Vendors vary from week to week with new items sold seasonally. The market sends out weekly email updates to customers, including a list of vendors who will be participating each Saturday. For more information or to sign up for the weekly email updates, visit wolforthfarmersmarket.com. As we just mentioned, Saturday featured beautiful spring weather with lots of sunshine and highs in the 70s. Sunday was a little more breezy, but still nice with temperatures climbing above 80 degrees.
Today also started out with another round of mild spring weather, but conditions are quickly changing. Let's take a look at the MCTV forecast. The color of the sky on the MCTV tower cam is starting to change as dust is beginning to create a brown hue on the horizon. Wind speeds have steadily been increasing since sunrise, and we're currently experiencing speeds around 20 miles per hour. The winds will continue to increase as high as 30 miles per hour, with gusts expected to reach 40. Even though we may see an increase in dust, we should still experience plenty of sunshine, which will help temperatures top out near 90 degrees late this afternoon. Tonight, the winds will drop down below 20 miles per hour, but it will still be breezy overnight. Lows are expected to stay in the 50s with some clouds moving into the area after midnight. The breezy conditions will continue on into tomorrow morning, but speeds will begin to increase before noon and jump quickly from there. Tomorrow's wind speeds are forecast between 25 to 40 miles per hour, and gusts are expected to top the 50 mark. Sustained speeds could average between 30 to 35 miles per hour most of the afternoon, leading to some of the worst conditions we've seen in weeks. Highs will be back in the upper 70s on Tuesday, but the wind will make it feel cooler most of the day. After sunset, the winds will move a cold front into our area, and overnight lows are expected to drop into the 30s. If we can make it through tomorrow, the rest of the week is looking much better, with the winds dying down by noon on Wednesday. From there, we should see mostly sunny skies, but highs will only reach the mid-60s on Wednesday afternoon. Thursday will also be cooler with highs in the upper 60s, and there will also be a few more clouds in the sky. But luckily, the winds should not be much of an issue, with speeds hovering between 10 and 20 miles per hour in the afternoon. Both Wednesday and Thursday evenings will be a bit cooler than recent nights, with lows dropping into the 30s. Looking ahead, mild conditions remain in the forecast for the rest of the week, with another warm-up and an increasing chance of rain as we head into the weekend.
The Texas Tech baseball team faced another Big 12 opponent over the weekend, but a return to their home diamond helped the Red Raiders get back into the win column. Starting Friday, the number 22 ranked Red Raiders met up with the TCU Horned Frogs at the Dan Law Field at Rip Griffin Park. The action kicked off Friday evening with a high-scoring affair that tested many fans' patience as the game trailed into the night. Game 1's first pitch took place at 6:32 p.m., but the ending didn't come until 4 hours later and a combined 36 runs later. Heading into the 7th, the Red Raiders trailed by 2, but that quickly changed after a series of hits gave TCU a 6-run lead by the stretch. But in the bottom of the 7th, Red Raiders rallied and put together 9 runs on 5 hits to take the lead 19-16. Sophomore Gavin Cash added an insurance home run in the 8th, and junior pitcher Brandon Beckel returned to the mound to hold the Horned Frogs scoreless in the last 2 innings. Tech secured the win 20-16. TCU struck back on Saturday, handing the Red Raiders their 5th conference loss of the season. But in the rubber match on Sunday, the Red Raiders got back into stride and scored their 2nd Big 12 series win of the year, beating TCU 10-5. By the end of the weekend, Tech put up 37 runs over 3 games, continuing to showcase the offensive, heavy approach of the 2023 Red Raiders. The Red Raiders remain at number 22 this week and hope to improve their overall record as Abilene Christian comes to town for a 1-game matchup tomorrow night. First pitch is set for 6:30 p.m. with TV coverage on ESPN+.
The Texas Tech softball team also had similar results this weekend as they returned to Rocky Johnson Field after a series sweep by the Longhorns the previous weekend. The Red Raiders started off their next Big 12 series against Iowa State on Friday by extending their losing streak to 4 in a close contest. But after that, Tex didn't look back, winning games 2 and 3 by scores of 8-4 and 7-5. Senior Ellie Bailey increased their home run count to 13 on the season after belting another out of the park in Saturday's game. Overall, the Red Raiders have hit 64 home runs this year, needing only 3 more to surpass the program's all-time single season record of 68. Sunday's win also gave Tech their first Big 12 series win of the year, and the first under new head coach Craig Snyder. Red Raiders softball now prepares to head north to Norman, Oklahoma to take on the #1 ranked Sooners in their third conference series of the year. This week's series starts on Thursday due to the Easter holiday with start times of 6 p.m. for games 1 and 2 and the final on Saturday starting at 1 p.m. All games will be available on ESPN+. Over the weekend, the men's tennis team headed to Waco to meet up with the Baylor Bears in the second conference matchup of the year. The Red Raiders came into the contest on a 7-game winning streak but lost on Saturday 2-5.
The number 31 ranked Red Raiders had definitely seen better days, including the previous weekend when they took on number 24 ranked Middle Tennessee. The Red Raiders faced off against the Blue Raiders of Middle Tennessee in what would be the final contest in March for the team. Tech's overall win streak was on the line, along with one freshman Red Raider who hoped to keep his own personal win record on track. On Sunday, March 26, the men's tennis team returned to Lubbock to play Middle Tennessee at the McLeod Tennis Center. The team had been on the road for over a month, playing tournaments in Alabama, Arizona, and Oregon. Lorenzo Esquizzi, a freshman from Brazil, had only competed here on campus once before, but enjoyed being back in a familiar environment.
It's a very nice feeling. It was my second time playing at home, so I like the vibe, the atmosphere, and the crowd really make the difference when we play at home.
Esquizzi played in one of the final matches of the day where they went into a tiebreaker, which he won going 11-9 to secure the final set.
I mean, it was a pretty tough match. The guy was serving really good, but at the end, I think I was very tough mentally, and that's the main reason for getting the win today.
The energy on the court was electric, with not only the fans cheering on the players, but the whole team coming together to rally their teammates to victory. Interim head coach Michael Brayler was also glad to be back in the 806 to have his players feel the energy of playing at home and watching them defeat Middle Tennessee.
And from each court, we've just played so tough here, really the last 2 or 3 weeks. Just kind of fighting, competing as one, and just being together and as a team. So that I'm most proud of, and obviously I feel like tennis-wise we're playing some of the best tennis we have all spring. So.
Esquizzi's win against Middle Tennessee gave him his 13th victory of the season, which leads the team. Esquizzi didn't fare as well against Baylor, but the whole team hopes to get back on the winning track as they take on Texas back here in Lubbock again on Thursday. Easter Sunday is coming up this weekend. Dozens of events are scheduled throughout the Lubbock area, taking advantage of the spring weather with Easter egg hunts throughout the hub city.
Most Easter egg hunts are designed for local children, but one recent event gave another beloved member of the family a chance to hunt for treasure inside some plastic eggs. The 8th annual Easter Pups event took place at McAllister Dog Park on Saturday. Lubbock's Park and Recreation Department put together the holiday-themed activity featuring pup pictures with the Easter Bunny, representatives from local pet businesses, and a dog bone Easter egg hunt. The park opened at 11 a.m. with dozens of cuddly canines and their owners coming out to enjoy the Easter fun. Recreation Supervisor James Roy says the event came together after weeks of planning and coordinating with local groups and businesses.
This year we got Lubbock Leash and Collar Pet Services, South Plains Obedience School. We're supposed to have animal services. The water department helped out a lot, and we had various pet businesses throughout the city kind of help us out and drive us forward.
Saturday's Easter Pups event was open to all dogs, but they had to be on a leash and up to date with their rabies vaccine. Along with all the fun activities, Parks and Rec also offering free microchipping for all animal attendees.
So Makayla, are you ready for the Easter holiday?
I am. I love Easter.
I'm with you on that one. That's all for today's edition of the MCTV Weekday Update.
Thanks so much for joining us, and be sure to check the ttuhub.net every day for more news. We'll see you on Thursday.